What's going on, guys? Z-Rock, Revolver Underground, and I'm here with Shifty, formerly of the band Crazy Town. He is doing some new stuff. He got some new music going on, and we're going to sit down here. We're going to talk a little bit about that. What's going on, man?
What's happening? How you doing?
You know, I'm doing well, man. I just, like I said earlier, just moved out here to LA and enjoying it and digging in. I don't have as many tats as you do yet, but I'm working on it. We're getting there.
Okay. It'll happen.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on with you, man. What's been happening?
Well, I've been going, I was going through some, trials and tribulations the last, 5 years. Did a bunch of, rehab and regrouping and kind of just getting my, life in order. And then, now I'm finally, on track and I'm making a new record. And we haven't exactly released the name yet of the new band. We got a couple names, but we're not sure what we're going to call it yet. We've got, I don't know, maybe 8 songs recorded. We're about to do 10 more next week. And, just having fun making music.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, now you've been doing some work with Paul Oakenfold. How's that going out? How's that working for you?
Well, about, God, how long ago was it now? About 6 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Give or take 6 or 7 years ago, I hooked up with Paul Oakenfold and ended up writing a song that ended up being the single on his Bunk album. And ever since then, we've been good friends. I actually, my good friend TC, who I work with a lot on my music, ended up singing on a lot. Now he does a lot of Paul's stuff. He's actually one of Paul's main singers on the new record. And he does a lot of the recording for Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And TC's working on my new record as well.
Nice.
So, I just played the Hard Rock last month with him. And, we have fun. We traveled the world. We played some amazing shows. We played Africa, 4664 thing. We played with bands like Bono and the Eurythmics and it's crazy. So I've had a great time playing with Paul Oakenfold. I've had a really good time.
Was that craziness being with all those all stars up there?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the footage is hilarious. Nelson Mandela and Oprah, and, the craziest footage, but yeah.
That is crazy, man. So, so you said you got some new tunes coming out. What's the best place or best environment for you to write a song?
I don't know. Anywhere but jail, really.
Yeah.
I don't really. I haven't done an album from jail yet. A lot of people do that, but I don't really need. I just need to be in a good state of mind and have someone that knows what they're doing recording me, and I'm
right.
pretty good.
So what are your influences? What's the best influence for you?
My influences, I love music. I grew up, but I would say definitely the Beastie Boys have been a blueprint to what I did when I found the first Beastie Boy album when I was little. That was I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Then it went from there to, bands I grew up listening to a lot of punk, like Minor Threat and Black Flag and stuff like that. And then I discovered the Run DMC and Herbie Hancock. And I lived in Boston, and I always went to see my uncle. My dad was doing art with my uncle in Brooklyn. So I discovered Roxanne Shante and a lot of, I got my first pair of Adidas in Brooklyn, and kind of just, I would go down and there'd be freestyling competitions. And then, but I was kind of caught, I was a skater kid. I liked punk, but then I discovered hip hop and was totally obsessed with that. And then when I heard the Beastie Boys, it was the perfect mixture. I was like, okay, this is me.
Yeah.
And then there was a lot of albums. So then I liked the hip hop with a rock influence, and Anthrax, Public Enemy. Then there was Biohazard did the Judgment Night record. And then eventually that, influenced me into doing Crazy Town.
Yeah. Man, that, there's some good things that I've seen over the years from what's going on with you guys. And, I'm really, at the point right now where I'm ready for something. I'm ready to see what's going on with you guys, man. You have got some good things happening. I know you've been through some crap, and and you know, you're dealing with that. But I'm excited for you, man. I think there's a lot of good stuff going to happen here.
Right on, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like to.
Sorry, go ahead.
I like to think so.
Yeah. Well, I know so. I think you got some good things in the past, and it's still there. I think so. You're good to go. But you know, what's it been like being picked up by Marilyn Manson's tour manager, Tracy Weedman? How does that work for you?
She's a really cool girl. You know, I've kind of found like a lot of the people I'm working with are people that see the potential and know, you know, they've heard the new music I'm doing, and a lot of people are like, "What happened to that kid?" And then, you know, it definitely wasn't that I couldn't write another good song. It was just that I was on so many drugs I couldn't release one.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know, now that my head's straight, you know, I really want to get back to making music, and that's really what it's all about.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Not
What's
that some really interesting music high.
Yeah, yeah.
But
what what's the best show you've ever played? What did that look like for you?
I think, I mean, I've been really lucky. I mean, I love touring with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I learned a lot from them. They're a major. I love the Peppers. That's another band that I'm influenced by. Foo Fighters in Japan. Big Day Out. I'm a huge Nine Inch Nails fan, so I got to Nine Inch Nails, and actually got to hang out with Trent, and that was like a dream come true. Just hanging out with those guys, and playing with them. That was in Australia. I love Australia. I just went down there not too long ago. I did the Kid Cudi tour.
Oh yeah.
And with Tech Nine, and D12, and I had a blast down there. It was so fun.
Dang.
I could live down in Australia. Australia's off
there. That's on my bucket list. I want to do that before I die. So hopefully I don't die in the next couple of weeks, because I really want to get down there. But what's the most memorable thing that you've had a fan tell you or say to you?
It's a good question. I don't know. Some of the most memorable things were tattoos that fans got.
Ah, very nice.
I remember I grew up doing graffiti, so I'd always have these huge, like, juicy pilot markers that, like, you know, they're really wide markers.
Mm-hmm.
I used to sign autographs with them, and there was these kids, like, there was this one kid, I think it was Australia or somewhere. It was somewhere crazy. I mean, it's all blur, really.
Yeah.
But Prague, or like, and I tagged this kid's arm, like, all the way up his arm. Like, I tagged like his whole forearm with a huge Shifty tag, and he came back the next day and he's like, "Look, I tattooed it on."
Oh wow. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and then there was another chick who got a portrait of me on her ass, and that was pretty profound. But no, I mean, I enjoy. I have different fans. I did that celebrity rehab thing. A lot of the most moving stuff is people that have, you know, who have been inspired to change their lives or help themselves from, you know, from watching me, or if I had some, you know, a lot of people tell me that I had, you know, they watched me do it, or they watched me come back after I'd failed and keep trying, and it made them want to try again. And that's really the most memorable stuff, the stuff where even if I had a small part in helping someone figure out what they want to do with their lives, is the coolest stuff.
Yeah. So if you had the opportunity, which now is an opportunity, what would you tell to somebody that is just starting out in the scene, whatever kind of music it is, just in the music scene? What's some advice that you would give to them?
Well, be relentless, be profound, be original, and patient. You know, you got to be patient. I mean, I went on my first tour. I was 17, 16. I was in a group called the Hooligans, and I was the hype man for the Hooligans, which Cypress Hill.
Yeah.
it was on Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
And I got to tour with Cypress and House of Pain and Rage Against the Machine. And that's where I really was like, this is going to be like my life completely. I mean, I was already making music, but when I really got to play stages, I remember I played Madison Square Gardens. And it was the first time, you know, I really got out there, and I got that high that you only get on stage. You know, that natural high that's just amazing. And you know, it took me to get my own deal. It took me another 10 years after that. So I stuck to it, and I made music because I love making music. And eventually, you know, that's when, what do they say? They say the definition of success is when preparation and opportunity collide.
Yes.
And so, you know, the opportunity will come, but if you're not prepared for it, actually, sometimes the opportunity doesn't come.
Yeah.
but if, I believe, you know, I'm an optimist. I'll make the opportunity come eventually. But if you're not prepared to do something with it, then you're going to lose the opportunity anyway.
Right.
So it's really about being great at what you do and writing great songs, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's about writing great songs. And if you write songs, you're going to be okay.
Right. So speaking of being prepared, you're getting ready to venture out on a tour here coming up. How do you prepare for that?
I love touring. I mean, prepare for it. I mean, I'll tell you right now, like if I'm not killing myself, I'm taking care of myself. Like right now, I'm really into like eating well and going to the gym and like little things like that, because now, you know, I got to play for an hour. I play for 45 minutes to an hour, and that's quite the workout. So it's just cardio and being able to do that. You know, it's not the same as sitting on your couch doing drugs.
Right.
And so, you know, it's about being in good shape, but it's about having a great time. You know, my biggest obstacle is going to be going into these, you know, environments where I used to like thrive on partying and maintaining some kind of serenity. And actually, I have a better time when I'm clean. But that's my biggest obstacle. You know, when I first got signed, I was like, this is it. Like, you know, like this, I'm going to be on vacation for the next 20 years.
Right.
And it's really just about, a lot of people can do it, and a lot of people, you know, like I've had a lot of, you know, I've seen a lot of people that it's just too much. I mean, it's a highly, there is lots of partying going on, and which is really fun until it catches up with you. But it's really about finding some kind of balance and making it last, you know, because you're self-destructing. There's been so many cool, you know, from Drowning Pool, Shannon Hoon, to so many amazing artists that were my friends that I watched die, and it just was too heavy. Along with, I mean, it's an emotional trip. I mean, from being a kid who really wants to make it to then all of a sudden being on the road and to be living it is crazy, you know? And for example, like, you know, we were on tour with Linkin Park, and Linkin Park used to just trip on how hard they were like, how do you guys do it? I mean, we did it right. I mean, we had a great time. But if you look at a band like Linkin Park, even though Chester's had his little ups and downs with it, you know, there's a lot of opportunities that I threw away and sabotaged myself by partying way too hard.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like that, you have to be looking at it from the outside in. You know, it's better to kind of keep a slow roll and build up the partying. You know, then the party lasts much longer.
Sure.
You can burn it out.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that you now have a really, really good support group behind you that's going to help you and encourage you. Yeah,
I just played. Me and DJ Lethal just played Russia last month, and I've got great people around me. I mean, I got a crew. I got some amazing friends, and you know, through all the chaos, all the fake people, and all the people that I really didn't want around me anyway have fallen off and disappeared, and the people that have stood the test of time are the ones that I got, you know, by my side, that are riding with me. Yeah. I feel really good and optimistic about it working now. You know?
Absolutely. So let's get back to your album coming out here. What is this? Is there going to be a story behind it, or is it just a mix of songs that you just created, or what's the take on that?
You know what? I'm like this, I don't know, like a pop defect.
Yeah.
I've got so many different styles of stuff that I'm doing, and then like I have these songs that were never really my style in the first place. Like even Butterfly was a ballad. It wasn't like the first record, but everyone goes, I want to hear another Butterfly, and And then, you know, Paul Oakenfold is like, I need something like Butterfly. You do something like that on my record. And I write a song, Starry Eyes Surprise, about being on X. That's what that song was about. And that one worked. And so, like, I don't want to abandon those fans. There's huge amounts of fans. Like, when we put out the second Crazy Town record, we were, like, having this identity crisis because they were like, we need another Butterfly. And we were like, no. We want more songs like Toxic and Dark Side. And we should have just made another Butterfly.
Right.
But we were hard-headed, and we did some songs like Drown. I didn't like Drowning wasn't the single I would have picked, but we made the record we wanted to make. And I remember Donnie Einer called me and he's like, "Where is a Butterfly?" Like, you know, and so we didn't make one on that record. On this new record, like the first song we just put out, it's on a Sullen compilation. I guess you could call it the first like underground snippet of what we're doing. Is a song called "Lovin' to You." "Lovin' to You" is it's very like Sublime-esque. It's like Beastie Boys Sublime. I'm kind of now I'm going a little more edgy than that. That's love. It's fun. We recorded it. People love it. But I'm kind of going a little bit more heavy. I'm adding more guitars to the stuff, trying to make it a little heavier without you know, it's all about balance, man. I just wrote 8 songs and they're not heavy enough to me. So it's really about playing with it. You know, I just got a bunch of new music. I'm working with Jay Gordon from Orgy, and who's really become an amazing DJ now. He's DJing and it's pretty badass. So I'm trying to like mix like rock, hip hop, some new dubstep elements without it being too much dubstep. And you know, we'll see what we get, but we're having a good time, man.
Absolutely. That's cool. That's cool.
I can't really explain what it's going to be like, but it's going to be, you know, it's going to be right.
It's going to be good. Yeah. Right. So do you think do you think it's harder now to be a musician than it was 5 or 7 years ago even?
Yeah, I think it's harder.
Yeah.
I just went and bought some CDs today. And it's like $7.99 for the new, you know, Yellow Wolf or Slaughterhouse. I mean, record sales are down. I hate that.
Yeah.
Like, I love records. I'm the kid who loves to have the CD. I love having the record. I love that people can get them for free too.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
There's something about owning a record that I have probably from growing up in the age of CDs.
Yep.
That if I really like something, I want to go buy the CD.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But, you know, I think it'll figure itself out. I mean, it's all about good music. I think they're working on all these new ways for artists to get their money, and at the end of the day, they're gonna make it work because there has to be music, and bands need to make their money.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's not gonna come from the same streams, but the money's gonna come. You know, now people are doing, and a lot of it is a little too commercial, but it works. You know, now T-Mobile will pay your bill. T-Mobile, or they're going to stamp something on your tour bus that's going to pay for the tour.
Right.
And you know, but as long as you get to go out there and do your thing, that's what it's all about.
So is there still a fight with because, you know, back in the day, people would say, oh, that's selling out. Do you still see that as being a problem now? Or is it just, look, we got to make some money, and these guys are offering us money and to do what we love? Is that still a problem today?
That's the way I look at it. I mean, if you want to be, if you don't want to be in the music business, then make music because you love it. But if you're going to go and sign a record deal and you're going to go out there to promote your record, be prepared to do some things that might be against your like morals as a hardcore underground artist, you know? Because it's just the way it works, you know?
Okay. Has it been hard to, you know, you were saying a few minutes ago about, you know, the fans wanted another Butterfly. Has it been a hard situation to keep that balance to where, you know, the fans are happy and you're happy, or has it been a kind of a struggle?
Well, I mean, realistically, like when Butterfly finally like worked, I remember, bro, it was like that. We did Ozfest like 2 years and people loved that song.
Yeah.
They made the video, and the video was a little bit too, it was cool. Like, it was like you were on shrooms, but it was a little too glossy and pretty, you know, which you have control over. You pick a director, you go in there. I mean, I love the video, but at the same time, it got so big that I wanted to crawl into a cave and overdose. I was like, stop. Like it went from like being a cool like little song, like it got so big. You know, and it was a disaster. We were playing the main stage at Ozfest, and we were #1 on TRL. It was just like,
yes,
can't do that, you know. So it was a nightmare for a minute. You know, it's like be careful what you wish for.
Wow.
But
that's crazy.
I just try to stay true to my song, you know, my songwriting, and have a good time. I think what happened with Butterfly, with it getting, I mean, it was a massive song. It was like #1 on the Latin charts in English.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That song got so big. But so I don't think that's going to be my problem again.
Yeah.
I just want to write good songs. My goal right now is to make music for the next 10, 20 years, to get involved in signing new bands, writing songs for other bands, and to do what I love doing and be able to take care of my kids.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
I don't have any huge over the top expectations, so I think that's how I'm going to win.
So you're getting back to fun. You're getting back to what you love and what you want to do, and basically how you want to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. Well, I know you're still working on some stuff, but you know, where is there a place we can find your music coming out soon, or what's the deal on that?
I mean, it's a good question. I have so many songs circulating that I've written. It's hilarious. You can go online and find just like the most random, you know, songs of me just experimenting over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But you can go to Sullen Music, and you can, or you might have it. Loving to You. Do you have Loving to You?
I have it. Yep. All
right. Well, you have it. You can get it from you. Loving You is cool. And the rest of it, you know, stay tuned.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Very cool. Very cool.
I don't really have. I haven't like zoned in on the sound that I really want yet. So no. I mean, it's just something to keep your eye open for.
Yeah. So it's kind of teasers, really.
Yeah, they're just teasers.
Yeah,
They're coming.
I like it. I like that, man.
That's still in the lab, like coming up with like.
That's really cool, man. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I know you got a lot to do and you're a busy guy, but I do appreciate you taking the time to give me a chat. And you know, you got nothing but good things coming for you. Your demeanor, everything is really good about you, and you got some good things. So I'm very happy for you, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Nice talking.
You as well. Thank you very much. And this is Z-Rock. Peace.
Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
I will see you out on the battlefield.
There it is, my friend. There it is.
Yeah, I'm actually the 13th. I'm playing. I'm playing a thing called Peace Fest. 13th of October. You can look it up online. Peace, as in, it's not peace. It's not Peace Fest. It's peace, like PEICE. It's like graffiti. It's a graffiti contest.
Oh, nice.
Fest. I'm doing it with DJ Lethal, and it's going to be off the hook. So,
all right. Very cool.
Peace Fest on the 13th. It's downtown Los Angeles. It's going to be a good show.
Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. All right, brother. Well, thanks. I'm sure we'll talk soon.
Okay.
All right, dude.
All right.